you read about another angel by the name of Gabriel, and you see him also in Zechariah. But look what happened. You are, look at me. You see how old I am? And I'm to father a child now? Are you sure? You see, he was questioning God's ability. Now think about it. You're a priest. You're a priest of God, and you're questioning God's ability. Now this sounds kind of odd coming from a man whose name is Zechariah. Because Zechariah means what? The Lord remembers. Jehovah remembers. His very name says that God remembers. People were named for a particular reason in the Old and New Testaments. Their names meant something. And here Zechariah wasn't even living up to his name, saying that God remembers. He was scared. He was a faithless priest at this point, if you will. Instead of looking to God by faith, the priest looked at himself and his wife and decided that the birth of son was totally impossible. In Jeremiah, that with God, all things are possible. All things are possible. Faith is blessed, but unbelief is judged. And Zacharias was struck dumb, speechless, and not able to speak at all, and possibly deaf. And you'll see that here in, verse 62, until the word was fulfilled. He says, I believed, no, Zacharias said, I did not believe, and therefore he could not speak. And when he left the holy place, he was able to give, when he was leaving, that's the time when he would stand up outside. The people would be waiting for the priestly benediction. You know, the one we pray every Sunday. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord turn his face to shine upon you. May he be attentive to you and give you peace. They were looking for that blessing, but it didn't come because he was speechless. He was speechless. Verse 23. When the time of his service was completed, he returned home, and afterwards his wife Elizabeth became pregnant, and for 5 months remained in seclusion. The Lord has done this for me, she said. In these days he has shown his favor and taken away my disgrace among the people. Here he's no longer the faithless priest. He's no longer the fearful priest. He's the favored priest. Zacharias had to have had a difficult time completing his week of ministry. It says when his time of service has completed, he returned home. So he had to go finish out the rest of his 2 weeks, however long period that was, whether it was next to the last day or next to the last week or however many days. Maybe it was the starting of the 2 weeks. We don't know. But we do know this, is that he had to complete his 2 weeks of service. And at the end of that, it says that he went home into the hill country. Now imagine trying to do your day to hear, because you're making signs to everybody, trying